Welcome. Today we are putting one of the most important materials in human history on trial. Paper. Yeah, that thin, fibrous sheet that basically recorded our entire history, spread our biggest ideas, and now, well, it pretty much wraps our whole world. For something like 2,000 years, paper has been the absolute, undisputed champion of getting knowledge from one place to another. You know, it's the silent partner behind every great idea, every revolution, and every story that's ever been told on a massive scale. But here we are. It's an age of screens, of digital everything, so we have to ask the big question. Does paper still hold up? Today, we're going to put it to the test, weigh all the evidence, and deliver a final, definitive ranking. Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to start with the case for the defense. And honestly, the historical evidence for paper's greatness, it's just overwhelming. It didn't just help the information age, it literally built it. Just look at this journey. It starts in Han China as a much lighter alternative to writing on bamboo. Then it makes its way to Europe, already a game changer. But when Gutenberg's printing press met paper in the 1440s, boom. That's when knowledge went viral for the first time. Then you fast forward to the 1850s, and the invention of wood pulp processing makes it dirt cheap and available to absolutely everyone. And here's the real bottom line. The printing press gets all the glory, right? But it was just a machine. Paper was the medium. It was the affordable, portable software that ran on Gutenberg's hardware. Without it, the world as we know it, it just wouldn't exist. Simple as that. Okay, so let's jump to the present day, because paper isn't just some historical artifact collecting dust. Nope, it's a modern industrial giant. As of right now, the world produces up to 420 million tons of this stuff every single year. I mean, just try to wrap your head around that number. It's absolutely colossal. So if you think paper's disappearing, think again. This right here is Exhibit A for the defense, showing its massive ongoing scale. And this chart tells us exactly where all that demand is coming from. See, while we might be writing less on paper, we are shipping more stuff than ever before. Packaging, mostly corrugated cardboard for all our online shopping, that makes up about 60% of all paper production. It's totally dominant because it hits this perfect sweet spot. It's cheap, it's light enough to keep shipping costs down, but it's just strong enough to protect whatever's inside. It's the silent workhorse of the entire digital economy. But the case for the defense, as strong as it is, doesn't tell the whole story. Not even close. Now it's time to hear the prosecution's argument, which points to some pretty serious cracks in paper's armor. And the first, most obvious attack? Digital disruption. The very thing paper used to be the king of, graphic communication, newspapers, office documents, that whole world is in a steady, undeniable decline. Screens are just faster, they're more dynamic, and they have zero printing costs. It's a tough competitor. And the prosecution does not stop there. Paper has some very real physical and environmental weaknesses. For starters, it has one fatal flaw: water. A single spill can turn a priceless document into mush. Then there's the environmental side. The demand for virgin pulp puts huge pressure on forests. And while recycling is great, it's not a perfect solution. Those wood fibers, they break down. They get shorter and weaker after just 5 to 7 cycles. And the process of turning trees into paper in the first place is incredibly thirsty, using tons of energy and water. These are really serious charges. Okay, the evidence has been presented. We've heard from the defense, we've heard from the prosecution. It is now time to weigh all the facts and deliver a final, impartial verdict on paper. And you know the drill. We're going to judge this material on our 6 core criteria. Everything from its historical impact all the way to its relevance right here, right now. Let's see how paper scores. First up, historical impact, and it's a massive 9 out of 10. I mean, it enabled mass literacy and the spread of ideas on a scale the world had never seen before. It's not a perfect 10, only because its peak as a knowledge carrier is, you could argue, behind us now. But still, what a huge score. Next up, mechanical properties. It gets a solid 7.5. It gets a lot of praise for being lightweight, easy to print on, and absorbent. But that dramatic weakness to water, plus its relatively low strength compared to other materials, definitely holds it back. Okay, now for workability. And this is a stunning 9.5 out of 10. Seriously, there are very few materials on Earth that are easier to shape. You can cut it, fold it, print on it, pulp it. The ease of use is just incredible. It's a true champion of formability. On scalability and cost, it scores a strong 9. Wood fiber is just super abundant, and the production process is incredibly efficient, especially for things like packaging. It is still one of the cheapest and most scalable materials on the entire planet, a real workhorse of the global economy. And for versatility, another 9 out of 10. The range of things you can do with it is just huge, from corrugated boxes and paper bags to toilet paper, coffee filters, even security documents. It is literally everywhere. And finally, lasting relevance today, a very respectable 8 out of 10. And this is key. While its role in media is shrinking, its dominance in packaging and hygiene is stronger than ever, especially with this huge push for more sustainable, renewable materials. So, after weighing all the evidence, let's tally the scores. And with an average of 8.7 out of 10, the verdict is in. Paper is definitively ranked as a high A-tier material. Now, for a 2,000-year-old technology, that is a massive victory. But why does it deserve such an elite ranking? Let's get into the closing statement and see what paper's next chapter really holds. This A-tier ranking, sure, it acknowledges its legendary past, but it's really earned by what paper is doing right now. It's a fibrous enabler that is successfully pivoted. It's not S-tier, those weaknesses we talked about prevent that, but its incredible adaptability as a renewable, recyclable sheet for the modern economy keeps it firmly in the elite category. So here's what you really need to take away. Paper's future is totally secure, but it's in boxes and tissue paper, not so much in books and newspapers. It's found a brand new role. It's not replacing the digital world, it's complementing it by literally delivering the goods we all buy online. And its high recycled content makes it a huge player in the circular economy. So while its job has changed, paper is far from being a relic. It has proven time and again its ability to just turn the page and start a completely new chapter. Which leaves us with one last thought. If paper recorded our entire past, and now it wraps our present, what new, innovative story is it going to help us write next?